the easiest way is just
Yeah.
come down to the dock and see us at
Yeah.
Freedom Boat Club and get you out there.
Welcome to another episode of Clear Lake Connections, where we talk to the people behind the businesses in Bay Area Houston. Today I have with me Ken Vollbrecht of the Freedom Boating Club in the marina at South Shore Harbour. Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Tell me about Freedom Boat Club.
Well, Freedom Boat Club is a private members-based club. It's a club where members don't own the boats. We own the boats, and our members join like they would a golf country club or another club. They pay an entry fee, pay monthly dues, and they basically everything is taken care of for them. They show up, the boat's clean, full of fuel, has all their gear on it. They go out, enjoy their time on the water, come back, pay for their fuel, and then our guys do all the rest. They wash it, maintain it, put it up, make it ready for the next member. So
it's an interesting business model, and when you guys joined the chamber all those years ago, and I heard about that business model, I'm like, because I had a boat at the time, and they say that the two best days in a boat owner's life are the day he buys it and the day he sells it.
Well, yeah, we like to say that the two best days of a club owner's life are Saturday and Sunday.
That's a good one. I like that. That's much better. Yeah, my parents had a lake house. I bought a boat. It sat in a boathouse, and my brother-in-law lived here in Clear Lake, had a boat, kept it in storage. I'd say within a year I used mine 10 times more than he did. So I guess access like that plays a big part, and that's what you guys provide. It does.
I would say, in my career, I've ran some marinas in the past, and really it, on average, boat, like you said, boat owners typically use a boat maybe 6 times a year. We have members going out 40 plus times a year in a boat. It's just there's no more excuses of I have to go pull it on a trailer. I've got to wash it when I'm done. All those issues that talk us out of going boating are no longer. So it's a convenience factor for sure.
You guys remove the friction. So we're here in Clear Lake area, Bay Area, Houston. You obviously chose to open the club in this area. Tell us about why. What opportunities are unique to our area?
Well, really, Clear Lake is a very small part of Houston per se. There's 3 million or 4.5 million people in Houston. I think there's 500,000 people around in Clear Lake, but it's a playground. It's the third largest recreational port in the United States. The Clear Lake area holds more concentration of slips anywhere on the Gulf Coast, for that matter. So just the opportunities here in Clear Lake, being as close to Houston, and I'm a local, so this is pretty much home for me. I know my wife always wants to talk about moving other places, but this is pretty much home.
Yeah. So, do the majority of your members come from Houston? Do they come from far afield, or is it mostly concentrated just in this area?
There's it's a good mix. About 50% of them are in the Bay Area, but the really nice thing about what we like to promote is we're attracting people to the Bay Area too. We look at we have a lot of members inside the loop. A lot of our doctors and lawyers and things like that. They're starting to realize that this is a nice playground in their backyard. But then we've got a lot of members that are from Katy, Cypress, Tomball, the Woodlands, Kingwood, that want to saltwater fish. And this is a great stepping stone, out into the bay, and we do a lot of training. We do a lot of excursion days, so people that might not be from the area can come down here and feel comfortable.
Okay.
Joining the club, and then we have some programs that we put on.
So if they're not that experienced, you guys can help them in that regard.
Yeah, Jameson. So when everybody joins, we have a training program, and everybody. Some people it's an assessment. Some people like yourself, maybe you've got some boating background. You got rid of that boat for some reason, but you probably didn't get rid of the desire to boat. So you come out, you join the club, you have access to boats, you have boating skills. So we assess your skills. We assess new members' skills. We give them a safety certificate, and then the member starts using whatever boats he kind of likes it. And if he's a fisherman, he'll use a lot of fishing boats. If he's a family man, he might use our tri-tunes or bow riders. But then what happens is you want to go to new areas. You want to go to a different part of the bay. You want to go to a different type of boat. You want to go to a bigger type of boat. You want to go offshore. And so we have different training programs then that our members will take and sign up for and continue their boating education throughout the life of their membership. At no charge, quite honestly. They have access to the captain, so it's a valuable amenity that club benefit that members have.
Yeah, it's almost a service because people forget about how important boating safety is. I mean, people get out there, and if they're inexperienced, you can tell, but just the danger they put themselves and others in is
Jameson.
crazy.
It's like if you go to a golf driving range. You can look, right? You can tell who's a golfer and who's not a golfer.
True.
I promise you, when we're on the fuel dock, we know who's a boater and who's not a boater. Right. And we teach that. We really push a lot of training. We have 2 training slots a day that we train members every day. Some days we're training new members. Some days we're training existing members to further their educational skills. We also do some group seminars too. A lot of people like that format a little bit better than the one-on-one. But then we do excursion days too that are really, really huge. They've been a big hit. And what we do there is members will come down on this year it's the 21st of every month. We have what's called a Get to Know the Bay Day. And so we invite members down. They get a boat of their own, or they get in a boat with me or the captain. And we have 4 or 5 boats and, 10, 15 members going over to Topwater Grill, or, we go to Double Bayou Landing, or we go, to Redfish Island. And so we go to different parts of the bay that maybe those members hadn't been before, or want a little refresher. So,
yeah, give them a little comfort in getting there on their own the next time.
Well, and that's it's the engagement part that for our members that are local in the Bay Area, they get the value. They get a lot of value. Our members that are up in the town, those are the members that we're continually trying to just continue to bring down here and just keep introducing them to new areas, to new businesses on the bay, to new restaurants to go to new places to stay and things like that. So
yeah, I think that's part of what makes the Bay Area or our area really unique is that, you talked about great fishing, but I think over the years a lot of businesses have started popping up and catering to boaters.
And that's hard because boating is before COVID, boating was always thought of as a playground of the rich and famous. Well, it's really not. Especially with Freedom Boat Club. Freedom Boat Club is a fraction of the cost of owning a boat.
Yeah.
But there's, nowadays, there's the places, if you want to fish, the places that you used to go to the bank and try to fish, they're all full. So now people are trying to go to get a boat and go fishing, and the boats are all gone. We had 28 new boats on order at the beginning of the year to add to our club that we're just now starting to get some of these boats in. Some of those boats that we had on order at the beginning of the year we won't receive until September 2022.
Oh wow.
So the demand has just gone through the roof. And a lot of people have realized that boating is fairly accessible for most.
Well, and especially in this area, you can do it year round. You're not tied like up north. They're tied to seasons. Here, you'll get some bad days, but I mean, even in December, you can find a good day to take a boat out.
Yeah. And it's a lot easier to justify that expense. If you're owning a boat or a club member.
So I was going to talk to you a little bit more about the club and some of the specifics, but first we have to go to Sherry Sweeney for some important chamber announcements.
Hello, Clear Lake Area Chamber of Commerce members and Bay Area Houston. We are excited. Our 33rd annual Business and Wellness Expo is coming up on August 19th inside the Gloria Dei Lutheran Church in Nassau Bay. This is an opportunity for you to showcase your business, goods, and services. And this year, we're also going to add a job fair. A lot of our businesses tell us they are in need of employees, and we're going to help you out. For more information, go to clearlakearea.com.
All right, and we're back. And during the break, I was reminded, politely, I might add, that I should have tied in the Christmas boat lane parade every December. We talked about even here, it's always a good time to go boating, especially December. Do you have a date yet?
December 11th, the 60th.
December 11th is the 60th. It's never too late or too early to start planning for that. So
the 60th anniversary.
60th anniversary.
Wow, that's
Chamber's
amazing.
Been doing great things for a long time.
It has, and that is a good parade. I've always tried to participate, when I can, and but I always look forward to that.
So I wanted to ask you. So you've just ordered 28 boats. How many boats do you guys have?
So we had 11. We were getting 14 in to add to the fleet this year. 4 of them were for replacement, so that would have put us at 20 boats for this season. And then adding another 14 boats next year, and with 4 of those being replacements, then will put us at roughly 30 boats for next season, but 20 for right now.
Yeah, because you said the popularity has just skyrocketed. RVs, I mean, all of these things that are outdoor activities have just skyrocketed
Absolutely.
over the last 18 months.
I've had the impression that if it's outside and fun, it's sold out.
Yeah,
it's sold out.
But I never even considered supply chain issues. You hear about it in the news every single day about everything, and you're just confirming that even with boats.
Well,
hard to get.
And just the actual boats itself are hard to get, and let alone if something breaks, it's broke for a long time. We had a brand new boat come in from the factory, damaged at the factory, waited on a part for 3 months.
Wow!
So it's just that.
Yeah.
That's our now. That's our now right now.
So what would be your top 2 or 3 tips for people looking to get into boating in this area especially?
I think the first thing is really, is ask yourself, what is it that what's your intentions? When I was in selling boats, I could pretty much bet that if it was their first boat that I sold somebody, it would not be their last. It would probably be the first of at least 2, maybe 3. I think just do your homework, and the club is a great stepping stone because you get to try different types of boats.
Yeah.
You could try a tri-tune one day. You could try a center console another day. You could try a dual console. You could try a bow rider. Big offshore boat. You could go to a different lake, and so there's a lot of what ifs, and so that's why if you're looking at buying a boat, I think it's great, but truly just really put down on a piece of paper, what are your intentions? Are you planning on going boating someplace else? Are you going to trailer it? Do you have a tow vehicle? What's your tow vehicle tow? All those things come into play. The easiest way is just come down to the dock and see us at Freedom Boat Club and get you out there. But
and where are you located exactly?
So we're at South Shore Harbour. We're on the fuel pier. We're there 7 days a week. We're open from 8:30 till 7 roughly, and we'd love to. We can always set you up a tour. And
it's such a nice area. It must be hard to go to work every day.
Well, I always tell people, don't feel sorry for me. This is all I've ever done. So.
Anything else you want to let the audience know about either Freedom Boat Club, our area, or basically anything about boating?
I believe right now the boating this is going to be a great summer. I was out on the water this morning, and the bay looks great. Clear Lake looks great. There's a lot of new restaurants coming up on the water here in Clear Lake. We're seeing, even out on the bay, there's some restaurants doing some things and making some destinations for boaters. So being on the water is going to be a fun thing to do again this summer. So
yeah, it's not just about the fishing or it really is a great day out.
Yeah.
And it's not just a couple of hours. I mean, you can really make a complete day of it and really see some great things around here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I was at Kemah the other day, and honestly, the people on the boats going by looked like they were having more fun than the people walking on the boardwalk.
When I'm in a boat, Jameson, I think the same thing. I'm having a lot more fun than those people over there on the boardwalk.
Yeah. So it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me. Thanks for having me.